All right, so if you've been practicing the first video, then you've been learning how to throw the ball from one hand to the other at approximately the height of your top of your head, and hopefully you've gotten that down. Your arms you're keeping them by your sides, and you're able to let the ball come down. Don't worry if it takes some practice. This seemingly simple action of throwing one ball from one hand to another is often a lot more difficult than people suspect it will be. And don't worry if you're having a hard time with it, you're not alone. I've had plenty of people learn how to juggle that it's just been hard to get that first move down. And you know what? The next one's going to be a bit harder. The third one's going to be a little bit harder, but don't get discouraged. We've all been there. Some people move faster than others, but I have some friends who are great jugglers now. It took them a lot longer to learn than myself, and they're better than I am. So look, I mean, don't get discouraged. Just keep practicing. That's what juggling's all about. So we're going to move on to the second trick or lesson in learning how to juggle. We need to now start including more than one juggling ball. So you've got the one that you've been throwing back and forth. Where do we fit the second one in, right? It seems like there's no place for it. Well, let's watch what's happening with the first juggling ball. When you throw it, it goes up to a certain point where it stops rising and begins to fall, okay? Right there. So at approximately that point, you can call it a mountain peak or whatever you want to call it. At the top of that peak, that's where you're going to throw the second ball. Now remember, the second ball is over here. Second ball is in your left hand. I start with my right hand. So you're going to throw the right ball and then throw the left ball. Hit the mountain peak, and then after that, throw the second ball. And it's also going to hit the mountain peak and drop down into your right hand. So it's going to look something like this. 1, 2. 1, 2. So you can see, if you watch this, the pattern that's going on here, what you're going to see with the two juggling balls is the first ball is going up, hitting a peak, and then dropping down into the second hand. The second one is going up and dropping down in the first hand. You can say it creates two mountain peaks, or maybe it creates a infinity symbol, right? The way you're juggling with the juggling balls. Okay, so the trick, if there is a trick here, the idea is just to keep your eye on this first ball, and when it hits that top part where it starts to fall, you're going to throw the second ball, and as the second ball rises, the first one's going to drop into this hand, and then this one's going to drop over here. You don't keep going, okay? You just stop right there. You've got it. So it's 1, 2, stop. Throw the right hand again. We're always going to start with the right hand. So it's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, and I want you to practice this for a little while. If the first one was a little bit tough, this second part in learning how to juggle is going to be a little bit harder. But practice it. Make sure you get it down so that the juggling balls are always going to approximately the same height. You don't have to be perfect. Don't forget, this is juggling. We drop balls all the time, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But try and get it to approximately the same height, and try and get approximately the same pattern. You can trace it basically with your hands. Okay. So go out, practice that, and then when you've gotten that down so that you don't drop the ball that often, come back and take a look at the third video.